Alright. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of iCast, your freaking awesome replays, where we have put out a crazy challenge. It's one of our favorite challenges that I unashamedly bring back every 6 months to a year, and it is blood sacrifice. I put out a challenge to anyone in the community, bronze to GM, doesn't matter what rank they are, saying, hey guys, try this out. Try to make sure at least one unit dies every single minute of the game. And yeah, basically make sure there's blood for the blood gods. I'm a little loose on it. You don't need to make sure. I mean, basically 0 seconds to 1 minute, a unit needs to die. One of yours, one of theirs. You can kill one of your own units if there's no action happening. Basically, this forces people to be more aggressive, get in their opponent's face. And we've picked a couple of games that were submitted that were the absolute cream of the crop in terms of unique strategies. Thanks to Eon Blue for those, and fun games and exciting action and all the rest. So let's see what the hell goes on. We've got FAR in the top right, the blue Zerg. It's opening up with a very quick Captain Dickhead drone harass up against Duffman, who's going command center first. This drone could actually be very annoying. Now, that's going to be really irritating. Duffman does pull 3 more SCVs, though. Already a nice bit of friendly banter. I love the Simpsons says FAR to Duffman's like, yes, sir. Oh, watch out. Oh, Captain Dickhead's going to go down. But, okay, that was 16 seconds after 1 minute. I'm going to be very lenient for the first 2 minutes, guys. It's really hard to make sure that unit dies, and I like the intention. Sends it across really early. It does take a little longer to die, but all good. Farter definitely playing in the spirit of the game. I am a little worried, though. It's Farter doesn't have too much else going, but there we go. Okay, 4 Lings are going to build. They'll go across the map as the next wave. Duffman's got a very good economy. Oh, we're going to see the CC first into 3 racks. It's actually a very good build. We've seen more and more of these just mineral-focused, large number of unit builds coming back recently. I think Bomber, if anyone remembers Startail Bomber from back in the day, would be very happy to see that. 4 Zerglings coming out for Farter. So what's really cool as well is I think doing these challenges, it unlocks different playstyles a lot of players haven't really thought of doing before. So playing with waves of aggression and harassment as a Zerg is actually very different to how most Zergs play. And it's so effective. I'm telling you guys, there is a lot of players who I verse in high masters all the way through to maybe about 5,400 MMR. So like, you know, mid GM, even highest GM sometimes. And they have some of the worst mechanics I've ever seen. And I'm like, what? But they're aggressive and they have these really neat like timings followed by they drone a bit and then they do another big attack and they drone a bit, and it's all planned ahead, and it's things like this. Sending in these 4 Zerglings, look at this. Already forcing SCVs off, denying the 3rd barracks. This is causing a good bit of damage. Getting more blood spilled on the field. The blood gods are very happy about this one. They're like, ooh, technically we only need 1 unit to die each minute of the game, but Farter is upping the ante, and these Lings even might get a depot. Oh, Duffman's got to defend. Duffman needs to go defend. You can't lose that. You can't lose your depot, mate. Duffman, lots of SCVs not mining. They're all following each other in the mineral line as well. The Marines are getting pushed back. Oh, this is huge damage. Farter getting massive damage done while building an offensive proxy hatch. Okay, all right. I see what the strategy is. Okay, so behind this, Farter's like just checking if the in-base has been expanded to, doing damage, really throwing Duffman off. Duffman did fix the SCV mining. Now, the actual economy behind this is not great for Farter. It's only 22 drones, so hasn't really been doing a good job of building queens and workers behind this. Very focused on the action. But building that hatchery is going to allow Farter to mine out the back minerals, which normally you can never do offensively. Normally, you can only mine them out if they're your own ones, right? So if you have a command center here, you can send a few SCVs, return those minerals pretty quickly, because each one takes 8 worker trips to return. But Farter's like, it's fine. I'll just do it this way. I'll just put a hatchery there. That's cool. Oh, beautiful. All right, bunker goes up at the front. Duffman with the 3 racks. That bunker needs to get salvaged, probably, and get some gases as well, as Duffman's still super mineral focused, which, to be fair, gets you a lot of Marines. It's a simpler way of playing, and it's kind of a beauty to it. Hey, you could play probably full gasless 3rd CC now as well. Lings are starting to mass up, though. Farter. Okay, here we go. A couple of drones are moving out. We've got 3 queens up. No, actually, no, only 2 queens, but they're both on the natural. So not really injecting, ideally. It's going to build a queen on the front and try to spread creep from that as well. Duffman playing incredibly blind this game. Wait, is Duffman playing the staircase? Oh, no, okay. So there's like this old method of improving StarCraft called the staircase, where basically it's like a foolproof way of focusing on the basics 1 step at a time. So it kind of teaches you how to break StarCraft down to its most basic levels. Ooh, oh my lord, that's a blood sacrifice and half. I mean, the gods are happy about that. I don't think Farter is. Farter's like, hope you're happy, Khorne. Happy, the war of God? Khorne's just like, oh, that was awesome. Do more of that. 1 SCV for 10 Zerglings. Not the greatest battle. but it is what it is. So anyway, that staircase method, it's where you just basically stay pure minerals and do nothing but like build marines and expansions until you like master it, and then you like learn how to add gas and add some upgrades. It's like a really simple way of getting down like the basic rhythm of like building SCVs and depots and stuff like that. I think it's a really boring way to improve, but definitely doing 5 or 10 games on it. Not a bad idea, especially for someone who's like stuck. Maybe even playing 20 or 30 games with that method is a decent idea. Spine crawlers in the back door. Oh, Farter, what are you doing, mate? My Faja. I really need to give him a different name. Saying Farter over and over again kind of just sounds a bit ridiculous, eh? Oh, man. Just no vision, no idea. No stim even started. +1 attack is starting. But, dude, that's going to be a tunneling Bane coming in. 34 workers each, so Duffman's actually had an economy. I actually think Duffman has a far better army. 28 Marines versus 39 Zerglings. Remember, the Marines are basically, each one of those is worth like 2 Zerglings. You can add Banelings, that'll add some value, but off creep, if the Marines are spread out, they should be able to beat the Banelings. Now, obviously, let's see, APM 120, 130. I mean, Duffman's been kind of camping all game. Doesn't have stim yet or shield. So, oh, the Banelings are morphing. But Farter goes in without waiting for the Banelings. Oh, Farter! Gosh, showing the hand a bit too early, I think. Oh, good mineral walk. Wow, good move by Duffman. And the Marines are kind of in a choke point here. Oh, that's not a good fight for the Zerglings. Look at that. That's way too many Marines. It's a meat grinder. Welcome to Blood Alley. My lord, that was devastating. But there's a lot of Banelings there. Spread out, Duffman. Spread out. That's a lot of Banelings, man. Oh, big juicy hit on that clump of Marines. At least it wasn't all of them. Duffman staying dangerously clumped up right now. Too many Terrans out there have been watching Maru and they think they're going to split on the fly really well. But yep, stop clumping, please. Spray, pre-spread, pre-spread, pre-spread. They're so clumped up. Oh my god, this is not looking good for Duffman. That mining is good on the natural, but the main has been abandoned for now. Few SCVs are coming back now. And I like the Marines kind of being spread around the buildings because the Zerglings and Banelings have to funnel in, but these Spines and Queens are going to be a real problem for the Marines to engage into. The Widow Mines actually burrow in front, and there's no detection, which means, oh, does take out a few of those Lings and Banes. The Widow Mines do go down, though. I think it was a manual detonate for Farter even, but the Widow Mines did get their shots off nonetheless. The Marines come forward. Oh no, the Spines are doing so well, as are the Queens. Farter in the back door with a whole bunch of Hentacle action. Oh my lordy, great transfuses as well. Oh, Farter making this so cost efficient at the tail end with the Spines. And it's overall cost inefficient because of all the Lings and Banes that ran in. But the Spines and the Queens, I mean, they were 6. 7 kills on one Spine, 8 on the other. Another Marine. Whoa! He just got tossed into the trees. I can't even see his corpse in there. It's somewhere under the forest. Let's see. I love the physics on Marines getting hit by Spine Crawlers. That one just gets ripped to shreds. Can we get another one? Can we get another one? Come on, show it to me, baby. Oh, he just gets ripped apart as well. Ow! 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 Oh, that's got to be such a painful way to go. Oh my god. You guys imagine that? It's like having a giraffe, except it's got a bloody horn on its head, just friggin' vaulting across and headbutting you. Full bloody pelt. That's got to be deadly, man. Oh, Widow Mines fire across the gap. Get a bunch of Zerglings. Duffman is somehow still alive. And you know what? No drones are being built behind this. Still only 33 workers. Finally, these Marines are going to get out, deal with this Spine, and that's going to be the end of that. So Farter's going to have to pull back. Has a third on the way. Now, Farter has a crazy amount of money. So if Farter can just build like 5 bases, build around of drones, build around of Lings, go back and forth on that, I think Farter's in a good spot, but he's going to lose some Overlords here. 28 more Zerglings are on the way, but this is a good pickup for Duffman. Gets at least one of the Overlords. Might get another one. I think it gets out. Just barely that Overlord does escape. More Lings coming in. Farter is not being technical at all. Farter is literally rallying into the Terran, but Duffman's holding the chokes quite well. Now that base is kind of walled off though. 2 more hatcheries and a lair are going down. Farter's trying to overwhelm. Duffman starting to stabilize. Still equal on workers. Up 20 supply right now, which is all army supply. Marines, Medevacs, Widow Mines, +1 attack. Stim and shields is looking great. There's no Baneling speed. Banelings are going to morph for a giant run by. I mean, basically, we're just going to see Farter try and swamp over it and maybe build a round of drones at some point to get the economy. But right now, needs to keep Duffman back. Duffman is getting on a roll. Here come the Banelings. Run, Duffman. Get the SCVs out of there. The command center needs to lift as well. Those Banelings could just click on the CC. Duffman, spread. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Some of the SCVs turn around and take one for the team. The other ones are running in circles rather than spreading out. They hop in the bunker, which is actually a good idea. And luckily, the banelings didn't click on the command center. It does survive, but there's more lings behind that. That command center needs to lift off. Duffman continuing across the map. Duffman says the best offense is a good defense. It's only SCVs in the bunker. They can't attack from in there. Uh-oh, these lings are going to get this command center, I think. Meanwhile, though, that Marine Widowmine army may not be able to be stopped. Command center's going to go down. It does. Okay, lings are going to the main. The Widowmines and Marines are stalled out. They should be getting into the production, but it's not being microed, and Duffman accidentally sends some Marines home. Oh, no. He needs to just raise the wall. He needs to continue in. He's got to go in. Duffman has to keep the aggression up. If he gets into the main right now, he can get in before those Banes are done, kill all these drones, or at least kill some of these hatcheries. But Duffman not showing the killer instinct just yet. There we go. Okay, gets on in, kills the spines. Oh, Ling Run By is coming in. Oh, no. Big Ling Run By could be devastating. His Widowmines are burrowed on the ramp, but that means those spines will get time to finish. The lings come in. The bunker's still here from the early game. He never salvaged it. You're kidding me. 3 Marines in a bunker in the main base are actually going to hold on and beat Duffman, saving grace. Duffman doesn't give an F. I can't even remember what Duffman says. I just remember him being amazing and drinking a lot of beer and being a general badass. But right now, I think he's got to back off. That's a lot of spine baneling. Watch out, Duffman. Ooh, Duffman walking into the Hentacle field again. He's had bad times with it before, but welcome to the baneling party. Oh my god, Duffman just gets his whole army annihilated. He was in a checkmating winning position. If he went and killed the other bases, this one, the gold one that's going up, he had this in the bag. Whoa, banelings roll into the mineral line, but actually, they didn't get too many SCVs. Good spread from Duffman. Duffman's only on 1 orbital. You'd think he'd be dead. He's got medevac stim. He's got +1 attack. 8 Marines. I mean, there's only 24 drones. He's got mules. And if he gets his SCVs all back to mining, I don't know, maybe Duffman has a chance. Right now, it does feel like Fard is in the lead, but Fard is like, hatcheries are all messed up. Doesn't have a lot of lava, doesn't have that much income left in the main base either. Marines are going to gun down pretty much all these banelings. They only get a bit of damage on the starport and a few Marines. Very bad wave. So once again, just the same way Duffman attacked in the main and threw away the army lead, Farter just did the same thing. Now it's flip-flopped. 30 army supply for Duffman. Marines, medevacs, Widowmines. For some reason, he's making concussive shells. I'm not quite sure why. And yeah, with the mules mining can actually reinforce a fair amount of Marines. The Marines with their firepower are going to be hard to be stopped. The gold base will be mining soon. That's going to help out. There's 13 workers on minerals on the 3rd and a baneling nest being rebuilt. The infestation pit is also going up here. And Marines rattling across the map. +1 building armor and depots. Duffman is like 1 base all in. Let's go. And to defend it, well, there's still the spine crawler field there. Duffman really needs to just go kill the other bases. Cannot commit into those spine crawlers. But oh no, Duffman's just gonna headbutt right on in. Please don't. Why? Don't do it, Duffman. Don't do it. Use your head. Use your head, Duffman. Duffman's like, I've been drinking beer all day. You expect me to use my head, pig? Heck no. My name's Duffman. Oh man, lots of Marines getting torn apart. That one just went flying off the right side of our screen. My god. Okay, good pickup. Saves a few of the Marines, but loses a medevac. Still losing a lot of units. There's more Marines on the low ground. I think if Duffman just gathers up, could still do very well here. But Duffman needs to have those spidey senses tingle and say, hey, maybe there a base down there where I've spotted creep spread? Maybe there's an easier target than stimming on creep versus baneling spine crawler. Oh my god. The thing is, Duffman's actually got pretty good production. 5 Marines building at a time. And the Marines are just so much better value. There's an infestor, but it doesn't have energy yet. Oh, good hot pickup on the Marines. Baneling sets off and only kills a single Marine. That's a good trade. How would he got? 5 drones on that base on the 3rd and 9 drones here. That's such essential mineral income. Duffman is kind of tunnel vision. Thinks it's 1 base versus 1 base. The pressure getting to them. And I understand it. Farter, I think the infestor's a genius, but you need to actually know how to use fungal. Most people whiff whenever they use fungal. Oh, he's got energy. He's got energy. Watch out. Oh, he gets him. He gets about 7 Marines there, but the banelings don't fully connect. He gets some Marines. There's only 8 left in this drop, so it's not as many as it was. He got some of them, but not the big fungal he was hoping for. Oh, get back in the medevacs. Oh no, Duffman not pressing the stop key. Unloads all the Marines. Does set off a few banelings with the last ones, which is nice. These Marines are just going to walk into this base. Oh man, command center does start up behind this. It's pure chaos right now. Farter with the dregs of a Zerg army, cleaning up the dregs of a Terran army. Duffman's army is wandering around, realizing there's a 3rd here, but he still doesn't know about the gold base. And he could have just moved south, cleaned all these bases up, done a circuit around the map, and had this in a game-winning position. Meanwhile, though, Farter has been scrappy, and I love the infestors coming in. Problem is, those medevacs Mobility has been a bit of an issue. Oh, command center gets found. Yeah, that's going to keep him on one base. Farsa, building 5 workers, is continuing to build that economic advantage. So Farda's getting further ahead right now. And that command center, you can't save that. That's going down, bud. Even though it's like, oh, no, cancel. Wait, but the Lings ran away, but they turn around. Farda gave every opportunity for Duffman to cancel it. And Duffman's like, no, I don't cancel anything. I'm not a sissy. Just continues to commit to it. I mean, there's still a massive army supply advantage. 30 Marines versus 24 Lings, but 2 Infestors out is very scary. They don't have Fungal just yet. 61 energy, 65 energy. So very close on energy. Aspire goes down. Pathogen Gland starts. Now, for those who don't know, Pathogen Glands gives plus 25 starting energy on Infestors that pop, obviously, after the upgrade is done. But all of the Infestors he's building are already going to be done. Oh my god, those Infestors both just got fungal energy. But Duffman, zero fear. He sees literally the hard counter to a ball of Marines and he runs towards it and manages to actually get value, and he gets another Infestor as it pops. Oh no, Farda leaving the Infestors out. The Banelings are right there. Go kill the Banelings, Duffman, before they morph. Go get him, buddy. Duffman clicking on the hatchery instead of, once again, not showing that killer instinct. Okay, he could just still stim at this army. I think he's got enough firepower to gun down every single one. I don't know why Farda's trying to take this fight. Duffman has the scarier army, but Farda is acting like he's the big scary boy. Why are you picking up? Oh my god, that medevac is almost 1 fungal from death, dude. He's going to pick up and try and drop just over there. What? But he's just clumping up for the Banelings and the fungal. Oh no, why would you do this? Oh my god. Duffman stopped producing as well as floating 700 minerals and just flying these medevacs around. Go search for bases. There's a gold base that you don't know about. Hasn't even checked the top base, which could easily be mining right now. Duffman doesn't know that. Oh my god, this is so hilarious. A new command center starts on the high ground. More Marines getting queued up. I mean, Duffman just needs to float the main out. Duffman just needs to keep building nothing but Marines, float the main down there, keep mining, and try to do something. The medevacs and the Marines are going to get crazy value. But now that Baneling speed's done, and there's Infested, and now there's even Mutas coming out. Oh, okay, I think Farda's got the final piece that can shut down this these medevac drops. A drone comes over to try and expand. I think the Marines will win this fight, but the Banelings get on top. That's where things become problematic for Duffman. Oh, okay. 3 Marines go down, but there's a Muta. It takes out one of the medevacs. Duffman finally caught out here on this side of the map. I think seeing that drone, he might realize there's a gold base now. Does he realize? He probably never realizes even now, but oh, the Muta's coming from all sides. And that last medevac. Oh, boost is ready. Get out, Duffman, boost it. Oh, he hits the NOS. He hits the Ignite Afterburners. Does start to get a bit of distance, but the Mutas aren't, they're close behind. They can just click on it. Oh, wait, Farda gets distracted and moves to the right side. He's going to try and overwhelm those units. And Duffman trying to regroup for one last stand. These Marines get left on the south side. Lingbane Muta will clean it up. And I think that gold base is just giving way too much an income advantage at this point. 1,000 minerals a minute to 250. And with the Infestors there, the Mutas to deal with the medevacs, Infestors to deal with clumped up Marines, Banelings to be an absolute nightmare with Bane speed. Things are going to get nasty. And I think Duffman's going to have to tap out of this game. But I love the way the hatchery opened this up. And you know what's crazy? Duffman never walled this side off. Duffman could have built depots over here and just walled this off, or started trying to expand over here and cleared the whole creep up and stuff. Said, hey, this is my wall off now. Put my command center down here. And I think that would have been a really great way to play it. But of course, in the chaos, you know, these plans don't always just magically appear in your head, do they? I think both players have played a pretty fantastic game, but Farda now going Burrow as well. Looks like that Widowmine did kill a few units. Farda not realizing he had an Overseer and already killed it, so he fungals the ground where he thinks the Widowmine is to reveal it. Oh my, high level plays. Lingbane Muta coming in, watch out for the Banelags! Fungal landing, the Marines go down, and that is going to be all she wrote. Medevac's trying to unload the Marines there, but there's only like 3 Marines. Zerg thinks about turning around, does turn around. Okay, Farda's second guessing himself a little bit there. I think those Mutas could have gone through. But we've all had bad experiences trying to stand and fight against upgraded Marines with Mutalisks. So I think a bit of that trauma coming through. Farda's got a fully mining, bottom left, a fully mining gold base in the bottom right corner as well. And I think it's only a matter of time until he rolls on in. There's even a drone here. This has truly been a spectacular offering to the Blood Gods. So far in this game, we've seen... this doesn't show the total number of Banelings killed, of course. The ones that blew themselves up aren't shown there. But a lot, 151 Marines, 40 SCVs, 9 Widowmines, 267 Zerglings, 14 drones, 3 Infestors, 8 Queens. To be honest, I've just been casting the game. I haven't even been keeping track of the minutes because it's been pretty darn action-packed, right? I do know that the first drone dying 15 seconds late penalized for that fodder, and after that a bit later as well. But oh, watch out, the Marine's getting fungled. The Ling Muters here. Yeah, good fungals, man. The Ling Bane Muter just gonna roll over it. There's an Overseer there. That Widowmine does not get to shoot, and that Baneling, boom, on the last SCVs. Duffman's gonna have to tap out. Hard fought by both players. Very impressed with both of them. Duffman gonna leave that game no GG, but I say it was a good game anyway. All right, guys, let's get into our next game here with the Blood Sacrifice Challenge. We've got Sarasters, the Zerg player in the bottom left side. Wait, Sarah's Doctor? Sarah's Doctors? Nah, that sounds like that's what it was intended. I'm gonna stick with Sarasters. Enjoy that comment section. Like, why can't you say names? Up here, we have Uncut Jim, because, you know, whether or not you're circumcised is something we all need to know. Thank you for that information. That's like, usually, I feel like Uncut Jim is just cut through the you know, like a hot knife through butter, through the normal social tension. Because normally, when I meet someone out there, the first thing I want to ask is, hey, what's the sitch downstairs? What's going on down there? Tell me all about it. I need to know about your genitals. And Uncut Jim is just cut through that barrier and just, you know, brought it out. So I'm really happy. Uncut Jim, it looks like, he's also the one playing the challenge, as I was going to get him there with that drilly boy, Captain Dickhead. Wastes a bit of mining time. Does get killed. That's not too bad, man. The SCV does go down. First offering the Blood Gods just before the 1 minute mark. So we know who's playing it. Normally, people who play these challenges play it on the ladder, for those who don't know. So usually you got one player who sent it in who's playing it. I never know who that is. I'm always just watching blind. And then the other player is just an unsuspecting ladder opponent. So I doubt Sarah or Sarasters is going to actually be playing the challenge. Is that a 3 hatch before pool? Sarasters is playing 3 hatch before pool. Okay, that's disgusting. What are you doing? That is so dirty. I mean, that's ridiculously greedy. Let's see if Jim can take advantage of it. Is rallying an SCV across the map. So it looks like the second Captain Dickhead, the second offering, the Virgin SCV. The other SCVs were bullying him. They were like, oh, you've never been laid. You just play video games all day. You play that stupid Star Commander game. And I bet you've never felt the touch of a woman. Meanwhile, this SCV, bloody Nigel, comes in. And he's like, so what? There's other things that matter. Maybe I'm waiting. Maybe I'm waiting for marriage. And they're like, yeah. And it's because you're a sissy. You're afraid. He's like, I'm not afraid. They're like, well, if you're not afraid, why don't you go to the other base and start a fight with the entire drone line? Nigel's like, whoa, fine! And fueled purely by the will to want to prove himself in this situation, he's gone in. He's going after the drone. Everyone's ignoring him. He's like, am I invisible? They're like, no, you are not. But hey, he gets a drone. What? Sarasters loses a drone. And on the other side, it looks like this Marine might get this Overlord as well. Before it gets to the pillar, there's actually a really good start for Jim. If Jim can supply block the opponent and get a drone kill with the SCV that he had to sacrifice anyway, all hail Nigel. Let's build a statue to Nigel. Oh, sorry, guys. I just consulted with Jim. He says we don't have the budget, but you can repurpose one on the map. I think there are some cool statues on this map. Let's see if we can find one for Nigel. Oh, here we go. There we go. That's Nigel. Okay, doesn't look exactly like him. It's an artist's impersonation of Nigel, but we'll go with it. And you see that there? That's him reclaiming his glory and honor after all the haters called him a virgin. Good on you, mate. Good on you. Meanwhile, we've got Marines coming across here for Uncut Jim's next sacrifice. I feel like he's already covered the 2 to 3 minute and the 1 to 2 minute with those two SCVs. Now the 3 to 4 minute period is, I guess it was 0 to 1. 1 to 2, 2 to... Oh, I guess he's only lost 2. So he's a little behind. He's a little behind, but I guess because he killed an enemy unit, you can kind of count it as a 2-fer. And once again, he gets another 2-fer there. The Marine kills something and before it goes down. So, you know what? I think the Blood Gods are happy nonetheless. You can see Uncut Jim's making an effort to keep the harassment going. And is, oh my God, is getting a bit of a stiffy back at home. That's right. Planetary Fortress on the natural. Sarasters is going across with a Zergling counterattack with the Baneling Nest and the second gas on the way. Third gas as well. And trying to join up these 3 bases. But I think the Overlords, the SCV, the Marine Harass has actually really slowed down Sarasters' growth. The Zerglings run in. The Planetary Fortress says nope. And they quickly turn around, take their hat off the hat rack and get the heck out of there. For those who don't know, there are doggos on this map. I haven't actually tried blowing them up on this map. But usually if you spam clicks on them when you're playing, even though it doesn't show up as you selecting it, it does register. So I believe you can still blow them up. Jim's like, 420, special bonus sacrifice, even though I already got a bunch of your Zerglings. Bam! That guy lights up a joint and does get in on the third base. Did he just walk one in here as well? I think I just saw an attack warning. No, it doesn't look like it. I think it was just building the extractor that I saw on the mini-map. And what do we got? Triple factory? Okay, triple factory is not bad. So we're going to see Planetary's mech. I think we're starting to get a feel for Jim's play style. It's what I like to call peasant douchebag. And there's nothing wrong with playing peasant douchebag style. You got to know who you are as a person. Basically, you build planetaries and you're going to make annoying harassment units. And the reason it's called peasant douchebag is it's really douchey because you're basically just setting up these really gigantic, impossible to kill buildings, sitting behind them, and then running fast little agile things like Hellions and battle cruisers and banshees around the map, being annoying. And so there's the douchebag part, and the peasant part is because only peasants die to it, because if they just build it off drones, usually they can just bust through planetaries with enough banelings with ease anyway. But a lot of players in this scenario really struggle to deal with it. So the trick for Jim is, can I keep my opponent off kilter, dealing with harassment? And another sacrifice comes in. Korn is lapping up the blood right now. He's filling up his cuppeth. It's overflowing, and he's like, dude, Jim is a good old disciple. Nigel right now is like, go get him, Bernie cars. Cheers on the 4 Hellions as they drive past. Blue flames on the way, as well as a armory and more Hellions. Third base has got a planetary as well. Economy is still surprisingly even. That's a big problem for Sarasters. He's going mutas. I mean, mutas could be great for Sarasters, but I don't know if that's going to be enough for her. I think she's definitely going to need to keep doing more expansions and also some ground units. She's only got 8 Zerglings and 3 Queens. Oh, didn't she see the Hellions? I think they went right underneath the Overseer. Maybe they went past before that was in position. These Hellions could do big damage. It's enough to one-shot drones. Uh-oh. Sarasters, she does pull the Lings. Okay, those Lings plus the Queen should be able to defend this okay. So, looks like not losing too many. But, oh, they line up in the mineral line, and the Lings actually get eviscerated, which means it's just on Mama to protect her kids. And as much as she's vicious and fighting above her pay grade, it's still a Mama. She's not a combat unit. She specializes in fertilizing hatcheries. Which in this case, is the hatchery the Mama and she's the data? I don't know. I'm not a biologist. I'm definitely not a Zerg one. And I also know Abath is a bit of a sicko. He makes Banelings blow themselves up to be weapons. And he makes Swarmos and Broodlords both throw their children as weapons, which is also super messed up. Child services would not be down with it. They would not be down. Someone called Oxmate. Double armory coming in. We've got 1/1 upgrades on the way. More Hellions coming in. Thors now to deal with the mutas. I mean, the mutas could be a big problem. So the turrets are up, but there's nothing covering the production. And Thors can get overwhelmed if those mutas maintain a spread. If they clump up a lot, the Thor splash will be huge. More Hellions coming across right now. Looks like, are we going Swarm Hosts? Infestation pit. Sarist is trying to pin back with the mutas, or are going Swarm Hosts, but a Hellion run by slips past. There's nothing to defend the mutas except the turret of the mineral line. Mutas could get some really good damage. They just don't want to fight in range of the turret. So look at that. They're going to try and take out this upgrade. That is the Smart Servos upgrade. Ooh, okay, there's a Thor about to pop. Meanwhile, though, the Hellions drive in. Oh, no, the Hellions getting some big roast. Sarasters losing a lot of economy. The mutas. Oh, they're on top of the Thor. The SCVs, they weren't repairing the Thor. They were all auto-repairing each other. That is the problem with auto-repair, guys. It doesn't tell them what to repair. They will stop and repair each other in the factory. The Hellions killing everything. Oh, my God, look at this response. Sarasters plus 500 cool points. Evo Chamber wall off to buy time. The problem is, what are you buying time for? Well, another Thor pops out. The mutas are going to take it out. They do clump up a little bit there. Ooh, bit of a misclick. But another Thor goes down. The question is, where's the mutas at home? Sarasters is waiting for the Roach Warren to finish to build a defense. I mean, the Hellions are doing damage and transfusing the Evos, so they might be able to deal with it in time. I guess they should with the Broodlings. Ooh, Widowmines look like they just killed 2 Mutalisks. Another Thor's going to pop out. There's only 6 mutas left, and they're heavily damaged. Finally, the Thors should defend this. Looks like the Hellbat attack got held by the Evo Chambers. Sarasters does have a 4th hatchery coming up. She will be able to re-drone up pretty quickly, but she's got to leave the main. So it looks like at the end of this, Uncut Gem's up on workers, but I think it's okay. Killing one of the factories, Uncut Gem's production sucks. There's only 2 factories. With the upgrades coming in, definitely in the favor there. But Sarasters breaks out, got some roaches out for safety now, and should be able to drone back up these bases, but very oversaturated right now, so Sarasters has to spread these out and keep macroing. I think if Sarasters is really good at just hitting the macro key, which you can see non-stop drones, injects, transferring workers, I think Sarasters bounces back just because Zerg's more nimble than a mech player. Problem, these roaches don't have roach speed. Those are waddly roaches. These are very unfit roaches. These are Paul Blart Mole roaches. They're like, where's our Segway, boss? Could we get a Segway? Sarastas is like, no, it's not in the budget. I'm not buying you roach speed. That's kind of an issue, man. If you forget that upgrade, because this game's so scrappy, it can really hurt you. Now, Hellbats come in. I don't think they killed any more drones. It's been 33 drones killed this game, so the previous Hellion run-bys did a lot. The roaches will defend this one. On the other side, the Mutalisks, they're not there anymore. So I see a Widow Mine that's fired, a turret, and a Thor, all with a couple kills on them. So I think we can put 2 and 2 together there. Looks like they all got blown up. 10 more drones are on the way as well. It's a hive, but still no roach speed. And I'm telling you, if you're massing roaches, and then it's not until after the fight goes really bad that you often realize, you're like, why did that? Those roaches felt really slow. And then it kind of dawns on you, you're like, oh no, I forgot the crucial upgrade. 72 drones versus 63 though, so this should be a close game. And the starports are building Vikings of all things. Okay, uncut gems on 1-1 upgrades. Doesn't have the 2-2 started. Has a ton of gas. Not that much minerals though after all that economic damage. And losing all those SCVs. He's trying to transfer back into the main. Get a 4th command center. So good progression in that regard. Some Lings and Roaches are running north. A few Hellions and a Widowmine going to go for the next wave of harassment. And hey, speak of the devil, Roach speed! Segway upgrade is on the way. The delivery should arrive shortly. Now, Sarastas sees the Hellions going past and does nothing to respond. Sarastas! Sarastas, what are you doing? The Hellions are going... You saw this. It ran right past your army. Oh, my God. No. No. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't attack them. Oh, my God. The drones lining up for the barbecue. Anyone call for some barbecue? Apparently, Junkrat is driving one of those Hellions, and apparently, Moron Face was driving those drones because, ow, that was the perfect interaction that the Terran wanted, and exactly not the one the Zerg wants. Not again. Oh my God, who is driving these drones? Revoke their license now. Oh no, and the Banelings, they click on the planetary. They need to blow up on the inside so they get rid of the SCVs. If this planetary survives, that's game. Oh no, the planetary is going to survive. There's still like 6 SCVs repairing. Its hit points are going up. Oh no, Sarastas. So focused on killing the planetary that they lose the 4th base, all the drones on the 3rd and the 4th, and their whole army gets wiped. And that's it. That's game. That's got to be it, right? I mean, there's no coming back from that. That planetary may only be at 13 kills, but it's done so much tanking while the Vikings and the Thors come in. That Thor's already on 10 kills. That was devastating and almost 2-to-1 cost efficiency. The Hellbats are still alive on the other side of the map. A 19 kill and a 23 kill Hellbat. How often do you see Hellbats survive long enough for 2 Hellbats to have 42 kills? The meaning of life? Anybody? Coincidence? I don't think so. I think those Hellbats were Douglas Adams fans. And right now, I think Uncle Jim is basically just got to... Yeah, I mean, he could wrap a towel around his head and basically mash his head on the keyboard, I think, to victory in this one. We'll see how he does it, though. Might have some more tricks up his belt. I say this, but I've watched enough Florencio games, and he plays a lot like Jim does here, where he throws from here. The difference is Florencio doesn't have these upgrades, and he usually doesn't have as much production as well. Tanks, Widow Mines, Thors, turrets, it's a bit of a mishmash. I think pure Roach Ravager kind of wrecks this army. Maybe a few Banelings mixed in to clear the Hellbats. But yeah, I think Mass Roach Ravager is pretty good. The problem is the Sarastas didn't re-drone. So Sarastas, yeah, is only at 54 workers. I mean, the Ravagers could do okay, but I don't think you're busting that planetary, not with the army standing next to it. So you got to be real careful standing and fighting with Thors as well. Thors have 7 range with Thor's hammer. Ravagers only 6 range, and of course the Thors 2-shot the Ravagers now that they have some upgrades. So yeah, good choice to pull back with the Ravagers. I would really love to see Sarastas get like maybe 65 drones and then just mass Roach Ravager. 1-1-1 upgrades are coming off that triple Evo wall from earlier, which is cute. There's a Spire on the way, but I think that's forgetting that you already have a Spire, so... Vikings coming forward, starting to get the supply block. The Roach Ravager is going to go for the counterattack, it looks like. But there's tanks on the high ground. Oh, that'll be devastating, dude. If you go past and hit the natural, it could work, but that's a planetary. That's a planetary. That's a planetary. There's no soft spots. The way you beat a player who masses planetaries is you take a lot of bases. They don't have orbitals. They don't have detection. They don't have mules. But here we go. It's going to go a bit of a base trade. The Ravagerling Bane's going to come in. They should be able to overwhelm this time. No repair. Oh, there we go. Does start repairing this gym, but the Banelings have killed a bunch of them. And yeah, that planetary is going to go down. Meanwhile, though, this hatchery goes down as well in the bottom left side. Drones are trying to evacuate. Sarastas doesn't have much at home, and he's going to pull back. The tanks on the high ground, let their presence be known. And that's scary enough to make Sarastas pull back. Sarastas not going to be able to finish these 1-1-1 upgrades. He's going to try an Evo Chamber wall again, which is a very cute maneuver, but I don't know if cute's going to get it done this time. The Ravagers are coming back. needing Mass Roach Ravager to come in. The Banelings all blow up on a single Thor. The Ravagers do take out one Thor. They're going to take out another Thor. As I said, though, the Thors are two-shotting them. The Cyclone's getting lock-ons, trying to pull back to get rid of these Vikings. That's a lot of Vikings! My God, how often do you see Mass Viking fighting and beating Mass Ravager? Well, in this case, it is supported by Cyclones and Thors, and Sarasters getting surrounded, getting overwhelmed. Hellbat's in the third, and he's going to drop the FF, fuckface. No, obviously that's next to G on the keyboard. Probably a typo. I think they meant good game. GG, well played though. Jim offering those units up. The SCV, the second SCV. I love that. Nigel, the SCV, that obviously got a drone kill, then got taken out. Then Marines going in and just getting kills and annoying the opponent and throwing their lives away. I feel like there's a bit more pressure than Sarasters could actually handle. The Hellions being the MVPs of that game, of course. And that was awesome. So thank you very much, everyone, for submitting. I hope you guys enjoyed these games. If you want to watch some more, click on some of the other games on the screen. And a special thanks, of course, to everyone who's supporting the Patreon. If you guys want to go above and beyond to support the channel, as, of course, those YouTube ads aren't too amazing, especially with my language. Yeah. Colonel SC, Jacob G, and Modern Totem are, of course, the conductors of our Dicktown Express. So thank you very much to those guys and everybody else on the Patreon. Links below if you do want to hop on to support it. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time. Goodbye and good night.